Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another video, and today I'll be looking at the air forces that had to defend against the German invasion at the beginning of World War II. So this was right after World War One. Germany was in real economic defeat. Their military was basically just defeated. They were only allowed to have like 6 battleships, and they weren't allowed to build any more planes or anything like that. And they didn't have a lot of troops. So Hitler rose to power, and he basically said, I'm fixing Germany, I'm taking over Europe, no questions asked. So that's just what he did, or at least what he did for a few years. So, as you can see right here, this is the United Kingdom, the UK, England, whatever you want to call it. And this is, Ireland right over here, 2 island nations. Then across the English Channel is France. Then Belgium, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Germany, and then there's Poland right over there, and then Denmark, and then Norway. So I'll be looking at the air forces that had to defend against Germany's well-experienced Luftwaffe, because as I said in my in a few videos ago, I was talking about the air war over the Spanish Civil War. And so Germany had, they had experience from that, since they had Luftwaffe pilots flying Me-109s against the Republican Spanish Air Force. So I'll start with the Royal Danish Air Force. This was a Fokker fighter. This was built in the Netherlands, and as you can see, it was a fixed gear plane. And it was an alright airplane, but once it wouldn't really make the list of the best airplanes. And then this airplane down here is this is a Hawker Nimrod fighter. Nimrod. That was kind of an outdated 1930s airplane, early 1930s. As you can see, it's still a biplane, so it's kind of outdated. So now I'll look at the French. So this airplane right here was a Potez 6311, and then this was a kind of a tactical reconnaissance aircraft. It was also used as a bomber killer, but it really wasn't that good of an airplane. It had the bombers that I was trying to catch would outrun it, and it wasn't really packed with the best amount of weapons. Then this airplane down here, I'm sure many of you recognize, is this is a Curtiss P-36, and this was built by the Curtiss Aircraft Company, as it says in the name. The same people who built the P-40 and the Helldiver, which are 2 very famous airplanes. And then this one is a Marine MS-406 fighter, and this was a French airplane. That was a relatively successful fighter, but it still wouldn't match up to some of the planes that the French had, like the P-36 and the WW2 D-520. And then this airplane down here is a Block 152. This was a fighter, and this was kind of an outdated fighter by the time that Germany had rolled into Europe, or rolled into the invasion. And then this one is a 174 attack. This was an attack bomber of the French Air Force, and this too was kind of outdated. As you can see, it looks similar to the Potez airplane. So now I'll be looking at the Dutch Air Force. So this was the Netherlands Air Force. So this is a Fokker G1B fighter. This was a Dutch built airplane. And that was a twin boom fighter, as you can see there. And then this was another Fokker fighter, just like the ones the Dutch had bought from the Netherlands. So now I'll be looking at Belgium. So this was the Hawker Hurricane, and this is probably the best airplane that was on this list at this time, with the exception of the P-36. And then this is a ferry battle. This was built by the Ferry Aircraft Company, and and the same people who built the Fairey Firefly. So now I'll look at the Norwegian Air Force. So this was a Gloucester Gladiator, and as you can see, they put it on skis because Norway is all the way up here in the Wales. And that was the last kind of country that Germany, really invaded. And then this is a Caproni CA-310, and this was built by the Caproni Aircraft Company. This was Italian. So there you have it. Those were the main air forces of that had to defend against Germany. The Norwegian Air Force also operated P-36s too. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.